What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. In this video, we are jumping into Murderworld Spider-Man issue number 1 one-shot. This is going to be part 2 of the Murderworld story. At this point, almost half of the contestants have been taken out, with $100 million on the line and only one winner left standing. Arcade has already shown us exactly what he is capable of and what he will do. We saw that coming in the form of the death of Paul Pastor, coming here believing that he is doing a documentary on Warworld, only to find out he is a contestant. Being thrown into the fray, his X gene activates. Unfortunately for him, mutants are not allowed in this contest, which means they snuffed him out immediately after learning of his new abilities. Now it is time for level 2. Now, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel, make sure that you like this video, and with that being said, let's dive into this breakdown. Alright gang, so as we dive into this issue, we are picking up with a woman by the name of Eden. We have seen her a handful of times throughout the last issue. This is where we get a little bit of an understanding of who she actually is and why she has come to this contest. Now, Eden is an MMA fighter. Fighting against some of the toughest, she is definitely a rule breaker. She is one that does not show mercy. She breaks bones, she knocks out teeth, she does whatever it takes to win. After one of her last fights, the marketers, they came down hard on her, breaking the arm of one of the contestants in this MMA fight. They are not happy about this because they had a whole ad campaign set up with him, and now he is going to take 8 to 10 weeks just to heal up. She has had 9 violations, 5 formal warnings. Really, what this is coming down to is that they are firing her, is that she has done too many things wrong, she has hurt too many of the other fighters. For them, it's not a sound investment to keep her on board. Later that night, drinking at the bar, she finds herself seeing that Murderworld is on the television. The bartender, knowing a guy that knows a guy, he got the link to watch the live stream. After seeing a little bit in this guy really describing it as 100% survival of the fittest, no rules, all legitimate, Eden found this to be promising. That is what picks us up at level 2. As the doorways open up, what they see is a vast forest. Trees going all the way up to the sky, vegetation in every direction. Their objective is to go down the trail and get to the other side to make it to the next level. Having arrows on the ground, this is a very easy course to follow. As our contestants begin to make it through the jungle, that is where the Spider-Men attack. From Anti-Venom to Peter Parker, Spider-Woman to Venom, they have all come out and they are all here taking out contestants. The last issue, we had seen the Avengers. Now, it is the army of Spider-Men. The Spider family is here and they are picking off these guys one by one. Like shooting fish in a barrel, they are running terrified, with Eden recognizing that they are going for the contestants that make the most noise, the ones moving the most, and so she tries to stick to the shadows. She tries to not make any kind of noise. This is when one of the Spider-Men, they find Eden and they go to take her down. Having no other option, she tries to fight back. 2 other contestants, they see that she is doing this, and so they believe that they need to go help her. As they rush in to help out, they are doing their best to try and hold this Spider-Man down, but they are simply not strong enough to keep it in wraps. That is where we see our boy Leapfrog. He comes into play, grabbing something out of a bag. He takes that bag, throws it onto the Spider-Man, and we see it explode into pieces. He was able to disarm the explosive inside the bag, and he used it as a weapon. That is what picks us up with Black Widow. She has long been on the trail of Arcade, trying to pinpoint the location, trying to figure out where all of this is taking place. That is where she gets in contact with Kitty Pryde. She is talking to the mutants because Paul was a mutant. His X gene had activated while he was at Murderworld, which means they have an opportunity to really try and pin down his location, try to figure out where his gene activated. And while they are able to narrow it down to roughly 9 locations, it appears that the X-Men are not going to be prioritizing this aspect of things. That they are going to let Black Widow focus on taking down Arcade. Natasha was really hoping that the X-Men were going to help her out, especially after everything that has been going on with Arcade, with how much he has messed with mutants, so on and so forth. You would think that they have an interest in taking him down. But as she prepares to go at it alone, we are taken back to our contestants. As they make it out of the jungle, it doesn't take long for them to find themselves in a frozen wasteland. If they believe that they were outside, this confirms that this is some kind of game, that they are in some kind of dome, maybe a simulation. After roughly about 40 minutes of them hiking up the mountain, that is when they see a cave up ahead. A lot of them tired, ready to take a rest. Many are concerned that this might be a trap. The group really indecisive, we see them split up. About a dozen of them keep hiking up the mountain, while the rest of them, they head over to the cave. Once they get inside, this is where they see Rest Station M. Beds, medical kits, food, showers, everything that you could possibly need to prepare for the next day. Obviously, many of them, they believe that this has gotta be a trick, but by all appearances, it is not. They spent a good hour picking through every single nook and cranny of this place, making sure that there's no traps and making sure that it is legitimate. This is where we learn the name of the individual that helped her out, going by the name of Alex. He's the guy that jumped to her rescue. The two of them talking, eating a little bit of food, trying to make friends, trying to make some kind of alliance. Now, Eden, she is really in this to win it. She is going to do anything possible to win, recognizing that this guy, he really is kind of flirting with her. And so she's gonna use this to her advantage, with Eden going in and kissing him, the two of them getting hot and sweaty. The reason she is doing this is because when the time comes for the choice to be made, for Alex to choose between helping her or letting her die, Alex is going to choose to help her. She believes that she can use this to her advantage, that the sex is just a form of manipulation. This is when Arcade lets them all know, letting them know that there is still 61 contestants left, but 64 people are on the head count. That means 3 of their fellow contestants are actually ruthless assassins, hired by Arcade to be thrown into the mix. There are 3 individuals right underneath their noses. They are ready to thin the herd. Anytime opportunity presents itself, they are going to be taking people out. And so now they are all stuck in here together. Stuck in here with 3 assassins, and the lights go out. And that will be the end of this issue. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Like I've said before, I think this is a lot of fun. It's playing off of the ideas of Squid Game, Hunger Games, Battle Royale. Someone said that I should check out Alice in Borderland. I have yet to do that, but it does look relatively promising. I probably will check that show out. We are only into issue number 2, and we have already taken out roughly 140 contestants. But what we are also learning is that Black Widow is on the trail of Arcade, after Arcade had messed with her in her own run. You're going to want to check out Black Widow's issues number 1 through 5 from 2020. Natasha wants some payback. She is coming for Arcade as hard as she possibly can. Now the question is, how do individuals like Leapfrog play into all of this? With the next trial being the Wolverine family. If they thought the Spider-Men were hard, they are about to be in for a very rude awakening. But yeah, let me know your thoughts, let me know your theories. If you would like to get completely caught up on everything going on with this series, go ahead, check out the link in my description, as well as the top of this video. it is gonna get you completely caught up on everything going on with Murderworld. If you would like to support the channel, you can always do so by joining the channel membership. Much like Patreon having 5 different tiers, from $1 to $50, from loyalty badges to getting free comics every single month. Not only does this help out the channel tremendously, but you are getting tons of perks in the process. Now, if you are unable to do this, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, like this video, hit that notification bell, and with that being said, until the next breakdown.